Hello, good people, it's me again, and I'm gonna be giving you the part 2 of you getting to know me. Yes, that's right, I'm giving you 25 musical facts about me. I last week gave you 25 facts about me, random facts that didn't necessarily have to do with music, but this time we're gonna be delving into everything that is musical about me. So I'm going to start this video the same way that I did last week, and I'm going to let you know that I'm a singer, a songwriter, and a producer all in one. I produce all of my own music, I write my own music, and it's how I express myself. It's how I get all of my feelings out. Number 2, I have perfect pitch. If you go to a piano and you pluck out a C, that means that I can hear it and I can say it back. I can tell you that that's a C without looking at the piano, but I also can sing you pitches. So you can go and check your piano right now. This is a C. This is an F. This is an A. This is a B flat. Go and check your piano. If it's right, then I have perfect pitch. Number 3, I'm currently writing music for my first full-length album. I've been doing EPs, as you can see below in the description, and this is going to be a little bit different than a lot of things that I've ever written before. Number 4, I played flute in high school. I was the opposite of the flute player stereotype, because usually it would be a white girl that would play, a white girl that had blonde hair, because that's all the girls that played flute when I was in high school. But I am a black guy and I have black hair and I was playing flute, so I was kind of like the opposite of the stereotype, which is kind of cool. Number 5, my cell phone ringtone is the victory fanfare from Final Fantasy VII. There it is. Yep. Can't go wrong with Final Fantasy, one of my favorite games ever. And speaking of Final Fantasy, number 6, my biggest musical inspiration has to be Nobuo Uematsu, who did most of the composing for Final Fantasies 1 all the way up to Final Fantasy 10. If you're wondering, Final Fantasy is it's a game franchise. It's an RPG franchise that I played for years upon years upon years. Grew up on the music, would just watch my brother play Final Fantasy, and the composer is the guy that wanted me to get into music. Fact number 7, I've been playing piano since I was about 12 years old. I learned by ear, and I would just pluck it out on the piano, and I would play for people as they sang, and I'm still playing today. I'm 23 now. Number 8, I'm a worship leader at my church. I go to Gateway City Church, and I'm a worship leader there. Number 9, I was the conductor of a local gospel choir, the Rexdale Outreach Choir, otherwise known as Rock, and I did that for a year. Number 10, if you asked one person from high school that I knew, one huge fact about me, or one fact that explained me, they will probably tell you that I was obsessed with Beyonce. Number 11, I used to know the Single Ladies dance off by heart. Every move, even walking up the wall, yeah, I knew it off by heart. Number 12, I also used to know all of Beyonce's singles in chronological order. Number 13, in grade 10, when I had to be taking history, I would write songs with my friend Havaya Mighty. She's a really great rap artist. You should check her out. I used to write songs with her in grade 10, and we would always get in trouble for talking. And at the end of the semester, I just handed in all of my assignments then, because we slacked off so much just writing songs and being creative. Thanks, Mr. Wingate. Number 14, whenever I'm feeling stressed out or I feel like I can't get myself together, I sing what I'm thinking. So like if I'm feeling depressed, I'll sing through the depression and then turn it around into something positive, which is really cool. Number 15, I learned how to harmonize through church. So my mom was a worship leader. I would sing with her and harmonize with her on the spot. That's how I learned harmony. Number 16, I wanted to join a choir all the way until I was about 15, and I never got the opportunity. I finally joined a choir when I joined the Rexdale Outreach Choir when I was about 16 in grade 10, and I sang with them for about 6 years. Number 17, I learned piano by ear, but I did take piano lessons for a while, and I never got to go on the piano because I could never draw a treble clef, and that kind of bummed me out. Number 18, I've been writing songs for much longer than I know. I started out writing poetry, and my first poem was called The Bullet, and I wrote it in 5th grade, and from then I've kind of been playing with like writing songs or whatever. Number 19, my favorite artist, because I'm so musical, my favorite artist kind of shifts around depending on the time of year or who's coming out with what. But right now, I would say it's probably have to be Tori Kelly, but she's head to head with Brooke Fraser. Number 20, I believe that a good songwriter is more powerful than a prime minister. For the American listeners, songwriters, I believe they're more powerful than a president. We change the world with our songs. Number 21, I stopped singing publicly for about 2 years. My voice had changed. I used to sing really, really high when I was a kid, and then my voice changed, and I started singing baritone and bass, and I'm like, what happened? I used to be able to sing Beyonce notes, now I can't. Oh well, I'm gonna call this 21B. But the way that I actually discovered my voice was when I would walk around, I would sing at the top of my lungs. So my practice time isn't in my house. My practice time is actually outside. I sing very loudly outside, and people look at me, and I don't care. Fact number 22, kind of talked about this already, but my mom was a praise and worship leader, and I learned how to sing from her. She has a great tone. Maybe one day I'll have her on here to sing with me. But she taught me so much when it comes to singing. The importance of great tone is the number one thing she's taught me. Number 23, I dream about writing songs for Beyonce. All the best, write for her. And I would love to hear her take a song and make it her own, like she does with all the songs that she does. Number 24, my favorite music to listen to would have to be worship music. Only because, as you can see, I'm a pop reviewer. And I talk about choruses, I talk about melodies, I talk about production and things like that. When I listen to worship music, it literally turns off all of the analytical thinking, and I can just rest from it all. I don't have to think about that hook or whatever. And sometimes I do, but with worship music, like, it's like rest for me. It's like I can fall asleep finally and just not think about anything, because I'm such a thinker when it comes to music. Number 25, the first non-church concert I actually went to was back in March when I went to see or was it April? I think it was April. When I went to go see Jasmine Sullivan. She came and I went to go see her with a friend, and it was amazing. So yes, that is 25 musical facts about me. Hopefully you know me a little bit more and we can get to know each other. Yeah, as you can see, I'm doing a little bit more vlogging, and hopefully you'll like what I have to say. I'm going to talk about a few more topics, but I don't know exactly where it's going to go from here, but we'll feel it out together. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter @MealyMusic, and we will continue our conversation. Really nice talking to you. Bye.